It is. It's a different language. I don't know what it is.
Ashley, what language are we currently broadcasting in?
To be honest, I can't even laugh tonight because I'm scared. When you see Tyler,
Okay.
tell him he was right.
Yeah, he was. Oh my God, we're in Portuguese. Shout out to another awesome member of Pop, Tyler from Homemade Hunt, for predicting 100% in chat tonight that the link would be broadcast in Portuguese, and that's exactly what's happening right now.
Oh my gosh, it's Tyler! And Vic just DM'd me. He said he is at. Oh, I was talking over the soundbite. Hear me. John Cena, but John Cena just DM'd me. No, Vic just DM'd me. He's at GameStop with his friend for the Halo 5 launch, and he's not sure when he'll be back. He apologizes.
So,
You know who his friend is?
His name is John Cena.
until after Christmas, we're going to be hearing this because Cena not being on television is going to create Ashley to do this every single week.
His name is John Cena.
So, obviously, you guys probably haven't heard from us in, 24 hours. Like, almost to the minute, because last night we had a really successful podcast for Hell in a Cell, and tonight we bring you the last podcast of October. Because I'm going to miss Raw next week, because, like I said before, I will be at the Magic Kingdom and also at Epcot for Food and Wine, watching Boys to Men to get video up for the channel.
Well, plus, also next week is November, so by default it is the last one in October.
I did that on purpose. So, you're not going to get a podcast next week for Raw, but don't worry, like AJ likes to remind me, once we get everything back, once I get back from Orlando, everything's smooth sailing. So.
Except it won't be. I think I might have to hijack the next podcast.
Oh, no.
Well, keep in mind, where is Raw coming from in 2 weeks' time?
I know.
Merry old Barrett country.
That's right.
Oh.
And you know who isn't going to be there?
His name is John.
Oh, that was like the most perfect.
You guys and girls out there that drink right now, you might as well start playing a drinking game and see how long you last through the podcast tonight, because I'm telling you right now, Ashley's got the finger on the button and he's not afraid to push it.
Indeed.
Exactly. So, obviously, when you listen to this, chances are I'm going to be in Orlando. So, yay! Super excited about that, getting back down for Halloween Horror Nights 25 closing week. And if you are at the event, look me up. I'm very easy to find. I'm going to be wearing some sort of a wrestling t-shirt, and we have our pop meetups, which I'll talk about at the end of the podcast. Now, I thank you for joining us live or in archive, as always. Thank you again for choosing to listen to the podcast here tonight on Pop. And I am not alone. Oh, no. Everyone, you know me as Sir Owen Disney, and you also know my cohorts. First off, the podcaster from across the pond that apparently is going to be taking over the podcast very soon, and that is Ashley. Yes, that is his name. Oh, God. Oh, wow. That's a way to start the podcast.
I gave up on Cena. Wonders of Scott Steiner.
Oh, boy. Ashley, welcome.
No, it's weird. It's like Raw has been absolutely crap ever since we came back.
Right?
And just as we're going away, oh crap! It got good again. What?
Yeah, Raw's really good tonight.
Monday Night Football update. Not that we need one as much tonight, but you know, might as well check.
And we're also going to be bringing
Um,
back a joke
thing-
tonight that we haven't used in a while.
Things are happening.
Maniacal laugh.
Maniacal laugh. Less than 48 hours, sir. Less than 48 hours.
OMG.
You know it. So, also joining us would be Mr. Entertainment. Welcome back to the podcast, Aaron.
Oh, I have not talked to you guys forever.
Yeah, it seems like it seems like only yesterday we just talked. Oh no.
Oh. You know, Sex Luger took time off, so I think Nikki should take Bree should take time off.
Hey, I'll give it to them tonight for wearing matching gear for a change.
Oh. I did not even notice. I didn't even
Yeah.
see that match. I saw the post-match attack, so.
Wearing the colors of Ohio State University, apparently.
Hmm.
I'm sure that wasn't done on purpose.
Because that's really local. That's really local to all of them. Not.
Exactly. But we got a lot to talk about right now, and yeah, this is a very interesting edition of Raw. The fallout of Hell in a Cell, which of course Ashley is going to be providing everybody with his commentary on that, and of course I'm going to be providing the commentary on the actual matches, literal commentary. So this show is basically set up on Facebook, on Twitter, basically social media networks over the last several hours, that there was going to be some sort of a four-way involving the number one contendership to Seth Rollins in the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And they would be decided by 4 qualifying matches, with the winners of the matches going on to a final four-way to determine who would face Seth Rollins, presumably at Survivor Series next month. Oh boy.
Right. That's tonight's show. Thanks
Yeah.
for watching this week's podcast.
Bye.
Bye.
You know,
Bye.
this is the problem I have. It spoils for what's coming up, but
Yeah.
so we have basically that actually sort of basically is the opening promo. You've sort of opened the lines for me there.
I had to, man.
So Seth is all about, oh, I beat Kane, and then they're like,
Yeah.
well, there's nobody else left, so we've got to bring up a contender and bring up everything that happened. So Reigns' music hits and basically says he's sick of all that Seth said, and he isn't a Hall of Famer, and he'll become the number one contender tonight, believe that. As soon as he said that, I went, yeah, that's probably happening. 2 3/4 hours later, no shit, it happened.
Even Anne Frank can see that was going to happen.
So what was the point of having the tournament? Why didn't you just go, yeah, let him? Because apparently Bray Wyatt wants a feud with The Undertaker, because no shit makes sense.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that don't make sense here, but the funny thing about it is it doesn't have to. This was a show that could have been a throwaway, but it delivered really solid action. Like, you don't have John Cena on the show. You don't have Randy Orton on the show. You don't have Brock Lesnar or The Undertaker on the show. And you have to carry the actual in-ring competition.
It's a throwaway Raw
Right?
with good matches.
Yeah, it really was.
God damn it, you bastards.
If
Why
Raw
can't
would
you do good build-up and good matches? Not a show that nobody will care about because of what happens, despite the matches being good.
If Raw would deliver every single week like this, people would not complain as much as they do, and I think the ratings would probably start to go up a little bit.
Oh no, there was one bit we can have legitimate to complain about.
We'll talk about that later.
Oh no.
Continue, Ashley.
So Roman's in the ring, obviously.
Well, yeah.
Because apparently it's the Olympic Games, because Stephanie says let the games begin.
It's the Hunger
Adolf
Games.
Hitler then came out with Jesse Owens. But we'll get to Owens later. So Roman Reigns' opponent was, for some reason, Kofi Kingston. Not entirely sure why, but we'll go with it. And they pretty much cut, rather than an anti-San Diego promo, it was just an anti-Roman promo saying, "Oh, look, we have titles, you don't." It's entertaining as ever, but it just seems to be lacking stuff because Xavier isn't there.
Yeah, that's a big problem right now. He is basically the show when it comes to the New Day.
When your biggest claim to fame at the minute as a duo is something is booty, that SH1T is BANANAS. Not in a good way.
Thank you, Gwen
Thanks, Gwen
Stefani.
Stefani. I know how to spell that.
Thank you, Gwen Stefani. So, this leads to our first match of the night, Roman Reigns and Kofi Kingston. Like we alluded to a little bit ago, winner moves on to a Fatal 4-Way to determine who is going to face Seth Rollins down the line. Obviously, it's just for contendership, but we don't know exactly when the title match will happen. I'm going to guess it's Survivor Series. That makes perfect sense.
Well, winner moves on to Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure at Halloween Horror Nights.
Yes, that's actually a shoot. That's funny because that's actually a shoot. There's pictures that exist of Roman Reigns with Bill and Ted from this past week.
Oh my goodness.
No pictures of John Cena with Bill and Ted. So.
Yeah, but still, the question means.
So you mean to tell me that Roman Reigns was at Halloween Horror Nights?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's too funny.
This is what happens when no bugger wrestles between SmackDown tapings and Hell in a Cell.
There's always plenty of time to go to Halloween Horror Nights, and if any wrestlers are listening, you guys are more than welcome to go to the best year of Halloween Horror Nights we've had in a long time. So
Considering how somebody took some time off, you know who Owen's going to meet?
Yeah.
His name is John Cena.
That'd be the most awkward conversation ever. No, the Roman Reigns one would have been the most awkward conversation ever. It's like, I'd put you under so bad, but you're a nice guy, sir.
The most awkward thing is Cena's at the Bill and Ted thing, and all of a sudden
His name is John Cena.
happens.
I don't know why that exact way hasn't happened yet. There's finally a John Cena joke in Bill and Ted. It only took 4 weeks for it to happen, but it's
only
there.
took a month, but
Yeah,
it's there.
exactly.
If Cena's there, though, does that mean it's Cenaception?
That's interesting to think about that, actually. So, yeah, this match was solid. Good way to open up the show, and I really like how Roman Reigns used the good old Nova Sledge-O-Matic. I like that. It was out of a roll-up, too, and it worked really well. Big E got on the ring apron. He gets knocked off by Reigns, and they set up the same finish that happened with the tag team title match last night on the pay-per-view with Trouble in Paradise, but it's ducked. Roman comes off the ropes, hits the spear, and moves on. Shock surprise to the main event of the evening. This was a really good match, actually. Roman is bringing his work boots, and I think it's one of those things, just like with Cena, that everybody saying all these derogatory things about Roman can't wrestle, and Roman can't work, and Roman only has like 5 moves, just like the same thing what they say about Cena. In order to combat this, they're actually getting in and learning more to the repertoire, so they don't have people complaining about it, because you can't complain when the proof is in the pudding. Says the ogre, yawning.
That was Roman.
Oh no, that was Luke Harper.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Him and his sweet
Sammy
black
Desana is
vest.
alive and well, apparently.
So yeah, it was a really
Yeah.
solid match and a great way to start off the show.
Good match.
Aaron, do you
Can't say it was excellent, but
it was a solid
it was
opener, is what it was.
it was still pretty good. Which is, for a Raw match, is like, they just had a good match. What the hell?
If it was a serviceable match, it would have been better than some of the stuff we've had on Raw lately.
Indeed.
Aaron, what do you think of the match?
I thought it was competitive. I, kind of really wasn't into it. I was, getting a chuckle out the tweets that Kofi Kingston will probably lose the match because he usually just loses matches. Big E on the manager side of things was a fair replacement for Xavier Woods. It sucks there's no trombone, but oh no, because Roman Reigns' hair is greasy.
Oh no!
Booty!
Unicorn horns up, ladies and gentlemen. Unicorn horns up. Up, up, down, down. Austin Creed. Check it out. Keep it tight.
It was a all right first match to kick off the show with. I wasn't really too sure about the opening segment though. It really felt heavily scripted, like Stephanie McMahon, like it's the Hunger Games. Let the games begin. So.
Yeah, that promo would have fit better in a month when Hunger Games is actually coming out in theaters.
Yeah, it would have made sense that way.
Because that's right before Survivor Series, so that would work really well.
There you go.
Ashley, are we moving on to promo time? Or are we rolling to the next match?
Yeah, Miz was backstage playing 2K16.
Yeah, I saw that. It was very strange. Shout out to the Moneymaker.
Right.
Madden tournament. Up, up, down, down.
What is this shit?
And once again,
What the fuck is this shit?
if it's a midnight release, people are already going to have to be in the bloody queue because of everybody queuing up for Halo.
Yeah.
So you're advertising it to people that clearly aren't interested because they aren't in the queue for the midnight release.
I'm not interested, and I'm not even going to the midnight release. I'm not buying the game, period.
I get the game for free! Thank you, Movie Pilot.
I can't believe... How do you get that again?
We'll talk about it later.
Oh, I think I heard it before, and you said...
Involved massive deception, drugs, and a major feature called Tetcha Mounting.
No, that's the Divas roster on the game this year.
Oh, no lie.
Considering who's missing from the game, yes.
Sasha Banks, Bailey, but Eve Marie's on there.
I believe Emma's in the game too.
Wow. I if there was a feature to turn on the booze for Eve Marie and like chant stuff like "shut the fuck up," I would buy the game then.
Aaron pulls no punches.
You have
See,
his
the
soul.
problem is that might be a thing. That might be a thing. So then they sort of announce what's coming up. So yeah, they basically went over the fact that Cena dropped the title.
In less than 8 minutes, by the way.
Yeah. And then they announced that Del Rio's taking on Neville later, and Big E's taking on Ziggler, which means only one thing. Up next, it's Cesaro taking on Kevin Owens.
Oh, yeah.
Wait for it.
Oh.
Wait for it. Wait for it. As the inner ROH mark in me does that. And no shit, or, no shit. They actually had a damn good match.
Oh my god, they totally did. And I don't feel one iota upset about the fact that this isn't a feud yet, because I know it's building to one. And just what I said last night, just like it seems like always now, it's going to happen. And that, as DDP would say back in the day, is a good thing.
It's me. It's me. It's DDP. Yoga.
Positively Page, one of the best wrestling books I've ever read that's completely out of print now.
Aww.
So, yes.
Hang on. Kevin Dunn, what's your opinion on Cesaro?
Kevin Dunn, get glasses.
Kevin, what's your thoughts on Kevin Owens?
What is Kevin Dunn's thoughts on the Blood and Hell in a Cell match?
He's got to be talking about Undertaker, because if he talks about Brock Lesnar, he's going to get his head ripped off.
Kevin, what's your thoughts on Vince McMahon?
His name is John Cena.
They're all programmed 100% to always mention Cena at all costs.
This is what happens when he's not on the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Big Match John, come back. By God.
I never thought I would say I miss John Cena.
You realize someone from Stanford is going to be listening to this, and they're going to hear you say, I miss John Cena. It's like, well, we're going to bring him back now. We're going to bring people want him back now.
That'd be great.
This is the best bit. That's the idea.
This
Yeah.
match.
When you least expect it, all of a sudden. God damn it.
always funny.
Technical difficulties happening in a studio.
It's always funny when the bit just fails.
No.
Lala, where you at? Right here, nigga, what up? You
Whoa! Whoa! I didn't even know
Whoa.
that was it. I apologize.
Whoa.
God, what are you talking about?
The
Is
weirdest
Lawrence
thing
on this
is,
podcast?
the weirdest
Why-
thing is that audio was on a Teletubbies episode.
Why is Scott Stanford on the podcast?
Why is Booker T on the episode? We coming for you.
Watch the new Botchamania 291 if you don't understand what I just said.
Yeah. That's what you need to do. Honest.
Right after the podcast, just go patronize Matthew and make sure you give him lots of views and lots of awesomeness on Twitter.
There's that word again. Awesomeness.
Yeah, we'll be using that word a lot this week. I have a good feeling.
No, it's going to be scary awesomeness.
No, don't use that word, those words together, because that's a bad idea. Nah, trust me, it's going to be fun. So, we get to our next match that was mentioned before, and that would be the second match in the number one contender tournament, one night only number one contender tournament, leading to the Fatal 4-Way in the end, and that would be the current reigning and defending Intercontinental Champion Kevin Owens taking on Cesaro. This match, amazing, as always. Cesaro brings his working boots. I like babyface Cesaro, too. I love his offense. I really do. I love his uppercut express. I love the Swiss uppercuts against the barricade. I love his really sweet flying body press he uses as a babyface.
Oh, what about that spinning uppercut off the rope tonight? I mean, does that not connect with the fans? I mean, it almost seemed like he reached for the brass ring and caught it in air.
I mean, he's come a long way since he had a name that started with A. Since, of course, apparently you're not allowed to have a name that has two names in it anymore.
Oh, sure.
I've never
Alex?
understood why. But
Alex?
yeah, these... No, not...
Say Alex.
Antonio Cesaro. That name sounds awesome. But he kind
It
of
does,
sounds...
because you got the O's.
Antonio Cesaro sounds like a Bond villain.
Oh my goodness.
Ashley, do you concur?
What, me?
Yes.
Was I in this match?
Does Antonio Cesaro sound like a Bond villain name?
No. Okay. Considering Dave Bautista as Mr. Hinks. What is that shit?
Oh, God.
Mr. Hinks. You might as well just call him Chlamydia. Christ.
Well, we'll talk more about this match, and that was when Cesaro leapt over the top rope and hit the running somersault off the ring apron to Owens. Owens gets caught going for the giant swing, obviously. Cesaro's going for the swing, and he gets stopped with Owens going for a backslide, which gets turned around, and Owens ends up spiking Cesaro with a DDT.
Ouch.
He tossed him to the ropes. He puts on the brakes, of course, and the Swiss uppercut from the springboard 180, phenomenal. Double leg. The swing is stopped by Owens grabbing the bottom ropes. And then Owens covers up in the ropes just long enough to get the super kick off, toss him to the ropes, pop-up powerbomb, and Kevin Owens is moving on to the main event of Raw tonight. This match was awesome. Give me more of these two in the ring like every single week. I would never get tired of it.
You can tell how good that match was, because literally me and Owen were like, I don't care who wins this.
That's exactly the conversation we had.
Because, like, whoever gets in that fatal four-way, that's what matters.
Exactly. And the match was awesome. Ashley, thoughts? More elaborate thoughts.
Watch it. That's what you have to do. It's weird. Most of the matches you actually have to watch tonight, not avoid.
Oh, totally agreed. Aaron, what do you think of the match?
I thought it was great. You're going to get that every time Cesaro meets Kevin Owens, and that was probably one of the highest rated segments of the show because it's a must-see match. I mean, it's going to be interesting to what the overall rating is for tonight's Raw, but Cesaro and Kevin Owens, if that was every week, I would not say one bad thing about WWE ever again.
See, here's the problem, though. You say that, I say that, Ashley says that, and a lot of the people in the IWC say that. But do the general public say that about a match like this? That's the question right now. That's the reason why ratings are so lopsided, because as Ashley will attest to later on, and by later on I mean in the next segment with the next match, fans don't know who the hell to cheer for.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that's where we're going next, sir, and I know you've got some venom to spew.
So we get to the Divas segment.
Of course.
Paige is backstage on a phone, apparently, by Conan O'Brien or whatever she was on.
Yeah, she was on Conan the other day.
And Becky and Charlotte come in, and she's overly happy with performance, and then obviously goes, oh, but Becky, you were very right to be Divas champion soon, and Charlotte, you did really well last night, and I can't wait for tonight. And Charlotte and Becky are still unsure, because of Paige being accused of attacking Natalya. Paige keeps denying it, so they decide, well, let's put it behind us. Team PCB can roll again as a 3-woman unit. Paige is obviously overjoyed, and then they announce that they're facing Team Bella next. And the entire WWE universe went, oh, God almighty. I thought we got rid of this shit.
It's like when the Pitch
This was
Perfect girls come out in Bill and Ted, and Bill's like, please don't, dear God, no. Oh, okay.
this was my problem with that segment is that we're back to Paige like not being on the same page with PCB, so like we're doing this shit again where like Paige is just like doesn't know what to think, or the creative team is just so confused.
Pretty much.
That's easy to say, Ashley.
Literally what I thought.
So,
What the?
next up, your 6-women tag match.
Oh, boy.
I'm about to call you a bitch.
I'm just running through this. So we got Paige. Paige coming out with Charlotte and Becky Lynch. Let's sum up these two coming out from the crowd reaction.
What up, biatch? What up, biatch? How's about a son of a bitch wife? Heil Hitler, bitch! Speak into the mic, bitch! Yo, you ain't seen the basement, bitch! You all son of a bitch laughed in my face. Yeah, this is gonna help big time with that!
Oh my!
Oh, this is funny. And this is
And
new
then-
stuff, too.
And then...
And then... No, and then. No, and then.
starting now, from this moment. From this very moment,
It'll be the
God.
moment.
Starting now. Team Bella come out and bloody the kids clearly are getting fucking tasered by, Bill Cosby. Because
Oh my!
that's the only explanation why the Bellas are getting cheered.
Kids are getting tasered by Bill Cosby.
Cause
This is the lines of the night.
I said tasered.
That's what I said.
the Jello
thought you
isn't
said
enough for the
fingers.
kids.
That was even worse.
They gotta get tasered.
Your Bill Cosby sounds like John Travolta.
Adele the Theme.
It would be my
That
honor.
would have made John Woo's face off even more incredible. Yes, got to get the boot and pop and take the face. Oh.
Crazy Nicolas Cage and Bill Cosby in Face Off. Oh, wow.
Ghost Dad too.
Oh, boy. Continue.
Yeah, it's a 6 Divas tag match.
Yeah.
We got away from this shit. And all of a sudden it's back. And most of the crowd are now climbing on the roof of whatever the venue is and threatening to jump. We're talking Apple China sort of threats here. Ugh.
You want to talk about the match?
Team Bella is of course the Brian bitch, the Foxy bitch, and Sex Luger.
Yeah, but like I said before, at least they're wearing matching gear tonight.
I don't give a fuck.
Thank you, Chris Rock.
It's just,
I know. It hurts.
Guys, the best bit is like the crowd were chanting, "We want Becky," And Brie was going, "You want Becky?" And then the crowd went, "Oh, fuck this shit." It's like, and then of course the stupid thing, when she was doing the kicks, they were doing yes chants, and it was like, what? This is just. I mean, that's like going into the suicidal clinic of the hospital and finding out it's free razor blade day. Oh.
Yeah, this match was... Yeah.
It's an okay match, but it's
Yeah, it was
it's a
fine.
6-woman tag. I think we established last night, last night your Divas match was not the piss break match because people were interested in it.
Right.
And tonight you just went, I'm gonna take a massive damn shit on this shit.
Oh, God. See, this is live, folks. This is what Ashley comes up with.
This is, but this is like, to me, this is trying to be constructive criticism.
I agree.
But the only thing is, they'll take this and use it as an idea. Hell, they had the self-flatulating Natalia.
I don't want to think about that.
Oh.
I refuse to even promote that storyline.
Yeah, but you talk about Sex Luger.
You're right.
Just say what happened in the match.
It was a match. I really like the fact that Becky does a lot of obvious, really cool suplex variants. So I have now coined it the Beck-sploder.
Yeah.
Brie made the save. Foxy comes in. Becky tosses her. Sex forearms Paige. And then Becky. And then hits the rack attack on Becky as Paige tries to make the save very nonchalantly at the end, pretty much telegraphing what was about to happen. And sure enough, after the match was over, she nailed the Rampage on Charlotte, nailed the Rampage on Becky, locked Charlotte in the PTO, and she bombed out.
And the crowd cheered.
The crowd cheered for this, yes.
Paige is on a roll. I mean, that's her second heel turn. That could be like Big Show and Mark Henry. She could turn heel like 10 more times by the end of the year.
No. She's been heel for the last month.
Yep.
So why the hell she turned heel while being heel?
I don't know.
That's probably why they cheered.
That's Big Show, like, way of thinking.
That's heelception. That's
It was.
Thank God this was the only Divas match on this show. Otherwise, I might have phoned somebody to try and do an assassination.
What about if we would have got Sasha Banks in a match?
This makes Eva Marie being #1 contender to the NXT Women's title look bloody incredible and the best booking decision in the history of wrestling.
Well, if we're setting up the storyline that I've been talking about for months, then I get it. But if they're not, they're basically creating a billion storylines.
We've got 74 different storylines going on at the same time.
Exactly.
That's what's still...
John Cena fucking John Cena.
The entire division is feuding with the entire division.
Yeah, and that's a positive thing. Not!
It's not about the title either. None of this is about the title. Well, Paige, I think it might be.
Take that title, take it into a Goodwill shop, get $2.50, get a hardcore porno rental for 10 minutes online, and just jack it all away.
Well then,
It's just.
They've taken what was supposed to be a great thing for the women's division and they've flushed it down the toilet.
The Divas Revolution has just become Divas fuck all.
Pretty much.
Which in the case of the Bellas is true. But, you know. Just. You got too many storylines. Everybody hates each other because they're all using the wrong type of eyeliner.
It's just like what people used to say about the Knockouts division in TNA. Everybody's a bunch of catty bitches.
they still are.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you've
yeah,
got
but
wrestling
they can
sprinkled
become
throughout
TNA
too.
World Heavyweight Champion.
That's correct.
What the fuck is that shit?
God, I don't know.
I don't know anymore.
I like Paige being a heel. That's nothing
That's fine.
new.
Yeah.
I got no problems with this, as long as again.
I just realised something. She's technically WWE related because of debuts and whatever.
Okay.
Just because, you know, we're not going to be here for a couple of weeks. And it's
Right.
coming. We know that the TNA tournament has been recorded months beforehand.
Correct.
This probably means that James Storm is going to be wrestling on the same show. Or
Sorry,
the same night.
not your damn.
For two different shows.
Yep, I can see that.
This is going to make TNA look even more Bush League.
Such a shame.
But it's just, you know, they're not
They
interesting.
brought it on themselves.
I know, but it's still a shame.
Yeah, it's a shame, but you know, it's
No,
like they're not trying to improve.
it's never a shame when you're committing Harry Carey. And Funaki knows all about that, don't you, Funaki?
Indeed.
Thanks, Aaron.
This
You rescued it at the last second. By last second, I mean 14 seconds.
So yeah, it was done, and now I think what we're leading towards, and I think that makes sense that we go this way, is my idea for Paige to officially join up with the Bellas, and we end up getting them teaming up with someone else who will end up joining them as well to face the Four Horsewomen and Natalia at Survivor Series.
No.
That's what I'm thinking is probably going to
I'm
happen.
wondering whether it's going to be Lita and Trish.
See, that's a possibility too.
Lita
I'm
and
wondering if like Sasha
Trish,
Banks
and then
has already
the
been
NXT 3.
where is Sasha Banks? Is she buried already? And they haven't even done it on television?
Well, no, it's because you couldn't really have Team Bad do anything because they actually realised tonight perhaps we need to focus on just one storyline, and that is Team PCB basically being Team CB.
Yeah, but the fans want Sasha Banks, so I mean they chant it every week. Almost.
Obviously, I had my mute on tonight, so I don't know if they were chanting for Sasha tonight or not. Were they?
Becky.
Okay,
And that's when
that's good.
That happened with Brie, and it was like, no, just you know, go and stick your head in an ice.
Oh, the horror.
Anyway, you know, Paige attacks them, crowd cheers, the heels are the good guys. I need somebody marijuana. It just doesn't make sense. Oh.
So any thoughts on the match before we move on? Aaron?
It's, you know, it's the Divas. It's nothing special unless it's NXT Takeover, Sasha Banks versus Bayley, or Sasha Banks versus Charlotte. It's not, you know, and not that not saying every match has to be like that level of competition, but it's just like it's kind of going back to where
It's a
okay,
six.
it's a Divas segment, doesn't mean much.
No. It's not that. It's a 6-woman tag match. Getting Hepsi off Abdullah the Butcher is a more interesting prospect than a 6-woman tag in the main roster.
I mean, when they started the Divas Revolution, they had these six Divas tag matches, and then they were good.
Because everything was fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now the bloom
Yeah,
is
every
blown off
week,
the rose.
72 weeks, it's like, enough of this shit!
And what's with the deal that Sex Luger is going to take some time off?
What do you mean? What's with the deal? That's why I want her to.
You already took fucking time off. That's why she only defended the title minus 17 times.
Yeah, it was a very lackluster title reign if you want to talk about actual defenses.
It was awful.
Yeah. Divas title open challenge. Fuck that shit. She's out.
I would actually like to see that. Seriously, Divas style open challenge. Have a special special challenger here and there. That's one way to bring up the ratings, Vince.
It's sad that I bring up it's sad when I bring up the Nikki Bella "You should have died in the womb" segment and apply it to half a women's roster right now.
God.
I wish you had died in the womb.
Power of negativity, people. PON.
Ashley's down with the pawn.
Patapon. That's a good game. I love that game.
All about everything.
Again, is it promo time, or are we moving on to the next match?
Yeah, because we have 2K16 hype, and they sort of recreate Lesnar. They recreate Lesnar versus Taker in the game. Look, more exciting than the match you had last night.
Weirdly enough, sometimes video
Also,
games
less
are like
blood,
that.
so Kevin Dunn ain't gonna throw a hissy fit backstage.
and also, he God forbid he would throw a hissy fit if there was blood in the game, but in real life, it's like a fucking massacre. But anyways, here's my problem, is that Mike Cole said like 10 times, because Vince probably just wanted to make two old guys feel good. Say this match was spectacular. It was incredible. Say it like 10 times during the opening 5 minutes of Raw. Yeah. Do you have to put the match that over when it wasn't even close to what their 2002 match was?
You
It wasn't
had
as
Hell in a
long.
Cell match.
Wasn't as
You had
brutal.
Hell in a Cell matches, one of which sort of used the cell, but not
Yeah.
that much, and one that didn't use the cell at all.
There's a difference,
Both
yeah.
didn't even need to be cell matches. They could just have been, no DQ or hardcore matches.
Yeah. Definitely.
I still remember last year's, because it was the first time in years that they actually went on top of a bloody cage.
Yeah.
But you haven't had matches that have had the real reason to go up on the cage yet.
Yeah, you did. Because if somebody fell off the top of it, the whole, the person that loses won't walk out might actually be true.
Well, yeah, but you also have to pay attention to who's involved in the match and if they're willing to take a bump like that.
What's up with the cell door? Because it didn't close like when Undertaker closed it. It just like bounced constantly. I thought that was funny.
I never noticed that, actually.
Pew, pew. It just freaking wouldn't close.
Somebody put rubber on the seal.
It was so funny.
There's one thing I need to bring up here as well, which it didn't really happen because they had sort of proper sort of still videos during this bit. throughout the whole night, when they were showing the highlights via still photos, some of them weren't stills. Because you can tell some of them is where they pause the DVR or something, and it's losing so much tracking, but it looks like, that they're basically having an epileptic seizure.
Kind of a
It's
problem.
the worst one is that Heyman was behind with a face of love, and Brock Lesnar's there being hugged, at the end after they've won, and Brock is twitching. So it's like, where is the Brazzers logo? This needs to be a GIF.
It's not as bad as the look of lust from Wade Barrett a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
Don't
why do you
forget
have
that.
to bring that up? Oh, it's because you're so obsessed with it. You crazy man whore.
I've got some bad news.
Oh, God, no, don't bring that back.
I'm watching you.
Oh, God, I love podcasts like this.
Down. Colin Farrell would have gone, holy shit. So
That should be my next role.
Renee's backstage with Zeb and Del Rio.
Okay, here we go.
And then, Zeb goes, look, what's the point of having borders? Isn't that right, Donald? We need to create one nation. So, me and Alberto have formed the nation of Mex America. And as soon as I saw the sort of the flag being the weird thing, and then the announcement of it, I was like, God damn it, my bloody idea. My idea with the whole Zeb Coulter thing came true. Or might be coming true. As in, LAX or whatever.
Yep.
If anything, Los Matadores probably need to be managed by Zeb Coulter. Because they can't promo for shit.
That's the reason I brought that up last night, because it just makes sense to me.
Well, it's also like
the best. Actually, the best tag team would be the Lucha guys.
Yeah, but the problem with that is they're not going to turn them heel.
No, the problem with that is one's Canadian.
Yeah, that's a big one.
it's also like Roman Reigns during the opening promo. What? You in the Hall of Fame? What? Terrible. Just terrible.
Ashley's yawn sounded like the ooh, that sounder that we haven't heard in a while.
It was.
What was that? What?
Your yawn sounded exactly like the old sounder from like the whatever the thing is that creates the noise.
The air horn.
There we go.
I ain't got the CZW Botchamania thing installed on here. God damn you and your stupid memory tablet. Either way, So that whole Mex America thing's happening. And then Del Rio says quite witty lines actually. How some selfish immigrant Neville wants to spot his destiny becoming the world champion once again. And sort of part of me was going, do you want to add a line that you'd slap the taste out of their mouth? Ever so slightly. Make somebody in catering go, right, I'm fucking getting out of here before the next house show. And there you go. Neville comes out to the ring. Del Rio's out next. He doesn't have a car. I guess he technically does because Zebus is truck of love.
His ECV of doom.
And then we have for the AAA Mega Title, Neville versus Alberto Del Rio.
Yeah, this match was really solid too. I've been wanting this.
AAA Mega Title because it felt like a Lucha Libre match.
It really did. So at 9:31, just because we're paying attention to this, that's something we do on Pop. We saw the first chin lock.
Oh no!
9:32, we get another chin lock. Del Rio had the knee in the lower back. It was working really well. This match kicked in a high gear fast. I really like the fact that he hits the step-up enziguri on the ring apron, rolls him in, 1-2, and a kick out, sets up for the cross arm breaker, but Neville rolls through and gets a near fall out of that. He gets caught with a huge clothesline, which spins him like a top, the leaping stomp, and Del Rio goes for the Del Rio slide, but he misses. He heads up top, does Neville to try to go for the way, way, way high moonsault, but he gets crotched, tied up in the Tree of Woe, and Del Rio finishes him with the Warrior's Way. And not to the chest. Oh no, he stomped his face off for the 3 count. Match was really, really good. Yeah, like you said, this felt like something you would see in Lucha Underground, Lucha Libre. It felt like something you'd see in AAA. I mean, it felt like a match that definitely shouldn't have been on Raw. It just had a great feel to it. It had an international flavor to it. I'm not just saying that involved with the people that were in the match. It felt different.
It felt like something else as well.
Yeah, it really felt different. It felt very John Cena, apparently. No, but seriously, it was a really solid match. Like, a really solid match. I want to see these two again, like, now. And like I said last night, and I'll say it again, I want Del Rio and Sami Zayn. And I think that it could be just as solid, if not more so, than Neville and Del Rio was. Welcome back, Alberto Del Rio. You've definitely been missed. Aaron, you have any thoughts on the match? Oh, we tapped out. Aaron, do you have any thoughts on the match?
It was well, I'm not sure if I was actually paying attention at this point. I think I was on the phone making plans. What match was? I'm sorry, I just wasn't into Raw night. What match was it?
Neville and Del Rio.
Yeah, I was on the phone during this time. I saw Del Rio, and then I saw like the crowd going crazy, and I had my TV on the low volume, so I'm like, oh, okay, this must be a good match.
You missed one of the best matches of the night easily.
Short things
yeah,
short,
that's what it sounded like.
This was the best match in the history of wrestling, and I hope it's never repeated so Aaron makes the mistake of never watching wrestling. But thanks to YouTube, you stupid idiots, it'll be up. About 15 different places, including WWE's own YouTube page. God.
Still showing the wondrous botch from last night.
Oh, God. You know, they're going to make the most of it because, you know, any time it happens on Botchamania, copyright.
Yep. Yeah, this match was phenomenal, and I didn't care who won or lost this match because this match was just solid all across the boards.
Yeah, good. And then it's Team Europe versus Team Where the Shit Are These Places?
I really think we are getting the beginnings of a 6-man tag team division.
Oh, God.
I think that we're going to get the 6-man tag team titles in the WWE because I mean, you have a lot of stables
Oh
that can
my
go
god,
after
I've
them.
just realised. Considering how it's all about the indies and whatever,
Yeah. Trios titles.
what if Shikara 2016 King of Trios WWE entered a team?
That's actually a good idea.
Probably from NXT people, but still. I mean, quite what I'm looking for is completely.
Well, what if the King of Trios team was Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Cesaro?
Oh shit! I need a drink.
Well, that
Isn't enough.
responds to that right there.
Oh. Sorry, I think I just jizzed and shat my pants at the same time. I'll be back in a minute.
I believe Jay Muse said it best in Jay and Silent Bob's Strike Back. Dude, I think I just filled the cup.
So, don't be a bully, be a star is back. You know who a star is?
Threats are part of wrestling, you know? But you gotta look at the person that's making the threats. This fat son of a bitch. Charles Lewis has been world champion before, been in this business 15, 20 years, and this fat son of a bitch is gonna try us all out. Calm down, okay?
He's fat.
He's fat. I'm gonna tell about this. I don't care if I'll make him bleed.
And look who has a job right now and who doesn't.
Don't make him bleed because Kevin Dunn and Vince will flip a nut.
Oh my god. So, Ashley, is it time for our next match now?
Yeah. Remember, kids, don't be a bully.
His name is John Cena.
Be a star.
Don't be a bully.
John Cena.
No, remember, kids, don't be a bully because you can make more money as a Bubba.
As John Cena.
You can definitely make more money as John Cena. Right.
Well, actually, no. Thinking about it, don't be a no. Don't, yeah, no, not. It's not really. Don't be a bully. Be a Bubba. Just don't be a bully. Be a Caucasian Kamala.
Yes. Agreed. So,
Whatever that
yes,
shit was.
we
Still
get this
love it,
really
but whatever.
messed up tag team match.
Yeah. Team where the shit are these guys from versus Team Europe.
So it's the Dudley Boys and Ryback. Okay. Against Sheamus. Still holds that briefcase, by the way. Don't forget that. Rusev and Wade Barrett. Yeah, this match was there. I love the finishing sequence, though.
Yeah, you would, because your favorite wrestler, King Barrett.
My boy won again, yes.
Dreamy eyes.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
You're the one that brought it up.
I brought it up for comedic value, thank you very much.
Yeah, you know all about comedic value.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
Well, basically it all broke down, and they hit a three-way clothesline. They're the baby faces. Barrett got caught with a neck breaker by Devon. Bubba got tagged in, slams Barrett. They hit the what's up. Rusev gets knocked off the ring apron, and while all this chaos is going on, Barrett rolls Bubba up with the tights, and they steal the win. I really think, like I said, bringing up the six-man tag team titles, I really think that they're building to this, because this alliance with Rusev, Barrett, and Sheamus is pretty great, to say the least. And if you're not going to put any titles or any title contention on either of the three right now, I know Sheamus has got the briefcase, I get that. but this is a great place for them to be in. I love the chemistry of this stable. I really do. I thought Rusev might be just kind of like a filler, but it actually works really well.
Yeah, it actually does. Weirdly.
It fits. It reminds me a lot of those really weird stables you would get in the SmackDown games that get thrown together. Like, I believe it was like Barrett and Regal and Drew McIntyre, and for the life of me, I can't remember who the fourth was. It might have been Finlay. And they were a stable, and that was one of the storylines that was custom made for the game. I really think that they're starting to take this stable idea, like it would be something you'd see in the video game. And it works. It works really well. And I want to see more of this group. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley, you have any thoughts on the match?
Decent match. Well, I think it's a decent match just because of the finish that sort of rescued it.
Yeah,
Somehow.
I agree. Aaron, did you see the match at all?
No, I did not.
Okay. Well, that makes your contribution really easily.
Not watching anything. Boo! Owens.
Aaron's.
Not into this Raw. I was like, no, thank you.
The bad thing is, this was probably the best Raw we've had in a long time.
I would kindly disagree, because like it can't be justified as the best Raw in a long time when there was like 2 great matches and 1 cameo from Stone Cold that was pre-taped. I don't know.
Ashley will talk about that in a minute.
It wasn't terrible. It wasn't bad. It's just meh.
It was a solid wrestling show.
I don't know.
Ashley, do you want to talk about the promo that started in the top of the 3rd hour? Or are we going to our next match first?
So.
Okay, we're going to that promo.
Taker and Lesnar match.
Yeah.
And the Wyatts then attack him and carrying him out to, jerk him off in the magic circle. I don't know.
Oh.
So Bray's in the ring and says, for 25 years, Taker walked between the dark and the light, but last night the apocalypse showed its face, and the wicked feeling is still in the air. What the shit happened at WrestleMania then? False start?
That's what I'm thinking.
We'll go after Roman again. He did say somewhere down the line, but he needs to recoup, and Taker was his resurrection. He's now addicted, feasting on Taker's soul, and needs more until Undertaker's forgotten and rises to the throne. Then asks everybody in the audience to bow their heads, everybody out there watching on television to put the TVs on their television sets. And give Peter Popoff money. Give Peter Popoff money. Don't give Peter Popoff money, because then scams happen.
Before it's too late.
Before it's too late.
Rest in peace, Phenom. Cue the pyro. Demon Kane comes out. Then the Wyatts cut in and cut out and cut off the power and then cut back in. And no, Johnny Depp. No wonder he's getting an Oscar nomination.
Darn right he is.
Mention his name every time. Depp.
Oh, that's great.
They love them some Black Mass. And they should, because it's amazing.
The family surrounds the
Still gotta
ring.
see that.
Kane does get some moments of momentum, but the family overpower him, carry him out the arena, being dragged into smoke. He got the whole world in his hands, and I'm seriously going, a chimpanzee wanking off a giraffe is more entertaining.
Oh.
I don't know why this. If the storyline just was like Team Taker versus Team Wyatt family, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But the explanation is like, you said this shit at WrestleMania. We didn't give a shit about it then, so why should we give a shit about it now? And I'm not ragging on Wyatt. I'm ragging on creative that apparently thinks people have memories of 6 months. Oh, wait, we're supposed to because Seth Rollins is constantly being plastered as the man that did Money in the Bank, which was literally exactly the same time as all this feud was culminating. Anybody want to do an Antichrist and do Fina, but he cut off their bollocks or whatever, Willem Dafoe style?
No.
Just, getting to that point with this feud.
You don't like this?
We've seen it again. This is making Bray Wyatt look like a fucking weako. He had this great push with Roman.
Right.
And now it's just going to, oh, yeah, you're going back to Undertaker.
Because, well, yeah, 'cause I can understand what Ashley's saying. I'm not going to agree with him, just because, like, he's my co-host. I am agreeing with him because, like that's what it seems like here. Like, what's with the delayed reaction? Oh, I'm just waking up to the fact you beat me in April.
I don't think they know exactly to this point what they want to do with Bray Wyatt as a character.
And that's a problem, because
That's a
he's been
big
around
problem.
for 2 bloody years.
I know they've pretty much dropped the ball with Bray Wyatt at this point.
We'll bring him in as this sort of Cape Fear character. What do we do with him other than that? Fuck if I know.
Make him cut promos every single week.
Make him go rape a lamb. Create an actual black sheep, which is half man, half sheep. Call him Braun, mixer blender or whatever the shit we call him this week. Oh.
I know.
Luke Harper must be going, why did I sign up for this shit?
He does have a sweet black vest now, though.
And Eric Rowan must be going, why the shit did I come back from injury if all I'm doing is bugger all? Believe that.
This is a chance to rebuild Bray Wyatt if they do it right, but I'm not really giving the confidence that they're going to do that.
Do it right. You're gonna lose.
I know.
Because it's Undertaker and it's Survivor Series. Yeah, I tell you, if Undertaker loses, St. Louis, Missouri is going to basically declare nuclear war on Stamford, Connecticut. I don't think the other residents of Stamford will be very pleased. And again, all the more people to go to Chicago, so fuck it.
Yeah, exactly. I want them to pull the trigger on Bray Wyatt, but they're not going to. I want to be proven wrong, I really do, but I see where you're coming from, Ashley. It's like there's been a lot of start-stop with Bray Wyatt's character, and they really need to do something with it.
Well, just confirm WrestleMania 32, Bray Wyatt versus Undertaker. And WrestleMania 35. And WrestleMania 36. And WrestleMania 42.
Oh, God.
And WrestleMania 47. And WrestleMania 49.
So who's going to play The Undertaker at WrestleMania 49 then?
Oh, it'll be Mark Calloway. He'll just come out with Zeb Coulter like on a motorized scooter, and basically by WrestleMania 49, it will just be basically Robot Wars, and nobody actually does anything. Cena's got so forgetful; he only knows one move, and that's the button to make the cart go faster, like the turbo button. Just stuff.
All right, are we moving on to our next segment yet?
And we're moving on.
Yeah, because Big E's out for the match for Ziggler. But then,
Oh yeah,
making his Raw debut, thank bloody God, Tyler Breeze with Summer Rae.
you know it.
And Summer Rae's like, oh, brilliant. Tyler Breeze doesn't give a shit about her. I don't know when she's going to cut on to this, but whatever. They've got their own VIP zone with the worst bouncer in the history of shit. Big E goes for a drink. The bouncer don't go, get your fucking hands off it. It's just like, oh yeah, it's Black History Month in February. I'll let it slide.
And there was a big rumor going around the internet, and it still may come to fruition, but at least for the time being, it's not true. Tyler Breeze did come out to his real theme music.
Answer?
Ooh. No, I'm talking about Tyler Breeze kept his real theme music.
Oh my gosh, it's Tyler!
Yeah, I love this group. This grouping is amazing to me.
It's in my eyes when you look at me. Oh.
Oh God.
Wow, he jizzed in his own eyes. What dick God.
So Tyler Breeze and my girl Summer Rae sit at ringside the whole time, and they really do nothing. No interference, no distractions. They really do nothing in the match. That's pretty much all they have there, which is a shame because they could have set up interference. But if they would have had interference, then the finish couldn't have went down the way it did.
Yeah.
Solid match between the two. Big E with his changing momentum on the big splash. I thought that looked phenomenal. He put the unicorn up. He ate the super kick. He goes for the exclamation point DDT, does Dolph. He gets tossed off. And for the second time in 2 nights, Dolph Ziggler can be popped up, and he looks like he's flying. It's a thing of beauty to see Dolph Ziggler take a pop-up anything. And he just crashes so eloquently to the canvas. So Big E ends up going shoulder first into the ring post when he charges Dolph. Dolph hits the zigzag, gets the 3 count, and yes, Dolph Ziggler is the final superstar involved in the 4-way to determine who is going to be facing Seth Rollins somewhere down the line for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Again, a solid match between 2 people that know each other very well.
Yeah. That's why it was probably as good.
Exactly. Did you get to see the match, Aaron?
No.
Okay. Ashley, what do you think of the match?
This was the best match ever, and again, I hope it's never replayed for Aaron to catch. Seriously, just because the last 5 weeks of Raw was shit, probably would be more like 10, but whatever.
Yeah, true.
Doesn't mean week 11 was, or whatever.
Point.
Especially because, selfie sticks.
Which you're going to start getting sold at WWE live events and on WWE Shop very soon. Speaking of that, there's already a Del Rio shirt available.
And banned because then, somebody will stick a mirror on it and start looking at people's skirts. Or no, they'll probably just use the selfie stick as a pervy stick and take the pictures because they can do that because it's a selfie stick. I'm just coming up with ideas to get them banned everywhere because screw it. Yeah. If you want a piece of tube with a camera on it, just go to a sink in any public restroom in all of America. Look underneath the sink. And you'll find it because that's the NSA's perfect spot for getting you. So Reigns is backstage and Ambrose is there and basically gives him a pep talk. And the more and more you're thinking, Ambrose really has got fucked over by Randy Orton, hasn't he?
Big time. Well, it remains to be seen because there's a lot of people saying Ambrose is going to be the next one pushed.
Then we have
that happened earlier in the year and that didn't end so well.
True.
Then we have the breast cancer stuff with Titus O'Neil and the roster with cancer survivors and the weirdest chant in the history of wrestling.
What was the chant?
I think it was Rise Above Cancer.
Yes, but according to the wondrous world of my captioning, it said Ride Above Cancer.
Ride Above Cancer.
So I was confused.
I mean, if we're talking about sex and testicular cancer, Ride Above Cancer would actually be technically true. But whatever.
Oh, God.
Also, I love the testicular cancer.
What did you say? I missed that one.
Why are we just singling out breast cancer? The one that needs to be brought more awareness of is testicular cancer. So I am putting the sort of call out to JBL and Michael Cole, and to be honest, anybody that is normally clean shaven for wrestling. Do the Movember challenge. And don't shave your mustache for a month. Because then you are highlighting the awareness of, the fact that men's cancer is a big thing as well. There's a lot of people that are ashamed of having, they find a growth in their balls and whatever when they check, which you should check, often and regular. Wow, it just went serious, but, screw it.
What the hell? This is so random.
It's just because of the breast cancer thing.
I know.
And I ain't got a chance to talk about Movember until, November the 9th? Was it 10th? No, it'd be November the 9th, yeah. So I'm going to miss 9 days. Guys, check yourself every day or so. If there's anything irregular, go see a doctor about it. You don't want to leave it too late, and then it's like you've got 6 months to live. Too bad. We can beat cancer of all forms, not just breast cancer, and not just have millions of dollars being then randomly done. Then, of course, the best bit was Miz didn't give a shit about cancer because he was too busy on the video game.
That is very true.
And then he's celebrating because he won at WrestleMania X7 with Stone Cold. And then Stone Cold shows up.
What the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, that didn't make any sense at all.
seriously, what would make more sense is, Master Chief comes in and basically goes, "Fuck this game, you're playing Halo 5 instead," and then walking out. It's just, oh.
You know who Master Chief would have been, right? Damien Sandow.
What is this shit?
Just gonna keep playing that. Just if there's any way of publicizing your game, just do it in the worst way possible, WWE.
They're promoting it, like you said, to the wrong audience.
Thing is, I might have to step away for a few minutes because apparently IGN has put up a video about their in-game impressions on the thing. I want to know if it's as bad as last year. I hope it isn't, but
I hope it is.
you hope it is. What?
It looks like I'm going to buy every other year game because I have 12, 14, and I'll soon have 16, so...
12, 14, 16.
Pretty much. It's accurate, weirdly.
So we are moving on to the main event now.
And we are moving on.
Yeah, Rollins is on commentary.
Yep.
Halloween SmackDown is this Thursday, even though it isn't even Halloween.
I'm so pumped.
No, you're pumpkined. And yes, that involves AIDS, ladies and gentlemen. So it's a fatal four-way for the number one contendership. Ziggler, Del Rio, Owens, and Reigns. Or more accurately, the fatal four-way with Reigns, and Reigns. I wonder who will win.
Yeah, this match was also solid as well. And one of the best things about this match was when Roman squared off with Kevin Owens. Owens really got the crowd into it in this match here. So Del Rio heads up top. He gets crotched. Dolph climbs up for the superplex, and they're going this up the Tower of Doom. Roman hits the Superman punch on Del Rio. Dolph super kicks Roman. And then Kevin Owens hits the cannonball on Dolph, and then one on ADR in the opposite corner. Owens stares down Roman, and then he hits him with a super kick, tosses him to the ropes, goes for the pop-up powerbomb. In mid-jump, Roman nails him with a Superman punch, comes off the ropes, hits the spear, 1, 2, 3, and wins definitively the number one contendership to the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. But it's not over, because there is a massive, and I do mean a massive, stare down between Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, which ends the show. Both staring at the World Heavyweight Championship like it's the main event at WrestleMania. And that's how we end Raw tonight.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, you can say what you want about it. It was a solid wrestling show.
Solid show where the matches didn't matter because, Roman Reigns won.
Yeah, the colossal mega push to the stars of Roman Reigns begins tonight.
So the promo at the start of the show completely nullified the following 2.5 hours of matches.
Pretty much.
Which is always not good.
No, it really isn't.
Think about the whole Samoa Joe angle in NXT, saying, "Oh, well, I'm going to win the Battle Royal, it's easy." And then not.
Oh, yeah.
It's the swerve. It's like they signposted it, well, he's going to win. And it's like, well, he didn't win.
Yeah, let's give it to Apollo instead.
Yeah. So yeah. If anybody needs a lobotomy for Divas match, I'll give you a number.
So yeah, like I said, it was a solid wrestling edition of Raw, even though it really didn't mean as much as it probably could have. But then again, like I said, it's the colossal push of Roman Reigns, which is starting now.
Wasn't the Colossal Push of Roman Reigns the sequel to The Curious Case of Benjamin Button?
Yeah, that sounds about right. I cared about as much as about both of those. No, but seriously though, I mean Roman he's starting to like try to shut up his detractors week after week by adding new moves to his repertoire, and
He just can't talk on the mic.
no, he can't. My God, he cannot talk on the mic.
So therefore, he doesn't have the complete package, whether he's improving or not.
See, here's the problem, though. Roman Reigns can talk on the mic. It's just they're having him be a bumbling idiot. He's not John Cena. He's never going to be John Cena, and the company needs to realize that. They need to book him as Roman Reigns and not John Cena. That's the problem.
Yeah, because like his promos seem scripted, or they're just like, here's the script, go along with it, do what you want to do. That's what it feels like. I mean, like, some of his promos are like so freaking awkward. I'm not a wrestler and I can do a better promo than he does.
Suffering succotash should never have came out of Roman Reigns' mouth. Ever.
Jack and the Big Show beanstalk should never came out of his mouth.
Roman Reigns is cool. Fans like Roman Reigns. Kids like Roman Reigns. Women really want Roman Reigns. Guys want to be Roman Reigns. Let them play on that. Let them play on the cool factor. And don't let him be a dolt. Because those promos are horrible.
They really are.
It's not Roman's fault.
No,
I'll say that right now.
Yeah.
And until people realize that, we're going to get these stupid Roman Reigns promos that don't make any sense. They don't feel genuine. They feel like they're definitely scripted.
Yep.
And Roman's true personality is not shining like it needs to right now.
Stupid!
That's normally Aaron's line.
I'll do it anyways. Stupid!
Well, you know, he didn't sing half the show, so he's stupid!
It was like...
That's what I say about my autocorrect. I call it Ryback autocorrect because it's stupid.
I watched what happened
No, you
the
call
show.
it SAP.
Third hour I didn't see. Yeah.
You missed a solid wrestling show, but that's okay.
Well, yeah, no, I missed the last hour that had solid wrestling.
No, it was more than the last hour that had solid wrestling.
Oh, okay, well then I must have been watching the wrong show because I just wasn't into it. I think the 5 weeks. No, it's really 6 weeks. I understand you guys keep saying 5 weeks, but it was really 6 weeks. 6 weeks of bad Raws. I think that's like still, like I'm still recuperating from that because like when I thought it was going to improve, it didn't improve.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm still like, you know, now that tonight was a good show and everybody else thought it was a good show, maybe I'm just like still recuperating that, you know, I had over a month of bad shows. I could have stopped watching WWE for over a month and would have been happy with myself.
You're still under work rate coma.
What?
You're under a work rate coma right now. But seriously, though, I mean, I tapped out on Raw and only watched NXT and Impact for the longest time, and I was a much happier wrestling fan.
Yeah.
Are you getting to that point now, Aaron?
Not to the point where I stopped watching WWE. I just can't, I don't know, maybe I just can't get away from it because I'm interested in see if it can get better. But, you know, when Lucha Underground comes back, I'll certainly be happy as fuck.
Well, fair enough. But look, everybody, I mean, I'm the number one like Roman Reigns like not supporter on the internet, obviously. But seriously, it's not his fault. He's trying, he really is, and it shines through when they give him a chance to actually show some personality because he does have it. And it really would work if they would play on that cool factor and let him be a badass instead of being a bumbling idiot.
Yeah.
Acer says in the chat, WWE need not give Roman Reigns these type of promos on reading off from scripts. He needs to talk naturally. Let him do that. Let him talk normally. He is Roman Reigns. WWE high-ups are stupid. Very true, Acer. 100% agree with you on that.
About that.
You can go back to Bray with that one. How many what chance did he get tonight? Too many.
Yeah. The crowd is just... I hate the modern-day wrestling crowd. I really do. Because there's either one extreme or the other. It's either you're like way too smart for your own good or way too smarter than you think you are and think you should be, or you are, let's drink the Kool-Aid that WWE is the only brand in town and nothing else matters. But there's life other than WWE, obviously. We all know that.
Not exactly, but whatever.
But seriously, it's one of those points. Like, you have to let somebody with personality let their personality shine through. And if you give them bad promos, they're going to deliver bad promos because that's what they're being paid to do. I don't think Roman Reigns has the kind of creative control that someone like Randy Orton would. Roman could think it's the stupidest promo known to man, and there's a good chance that if it's being written by the creative team right now, it probably is. But he's going to be like, yes, I will do whatever you say.
Kevin Dunn.
Don't get me started on Kevin Dunn. But seriously, take the handcuffs off Roman. Let him be himself. And like I said, this is coming from someone that does not like Roman Reigns. But I could learn to I appreciate Roman Reigns. I've never been a fan.
Right.
Make me believe. That's what I say. As a wrestling fan, make me believe. Make me believe in Roman Reigns. Make me give a damn that he's going to face Seth Rollins for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship at Survivor Series. Make me care about the fact that here's a good chance he's going to win the big one at WrestleMania.
Because, quite frankly, I don't give a damn.
And right now, it's a gradual process. It's a very slow process, but I'm telling you, I think WWE can do it, but it's going to take some time.
It really is.
Yeah, Acer, everyone, like, he said this as well. The haters, non-Roman Reigns fans need to give Roman a chance. If you don't give him a chance, nothing will. Come on, WWE, I know Roman is capable to talk without scripts. A lot of people are capable to talk without scripts. The problem is, the way wrestling is now, yeah, you have to script people, and most of them just throw it to the side. But, yeah.
I think they probably stopped giving Bray Wyatt a script after a while because he don't need them.
No, he doesn't have a script.
He don't freaking need them at all.
He has bullet points. That's probably about it.
Yeah.
That's what I did with my promos. I had bullet points, and that's all. But I was like, "What are you gonna say tonight? We're gonna talk about this, and you're just gonna have to wait and find out what I say tonight."
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's just how it works. You need to give workers more freedom so they can say whatever will put the asses in the seats instead of what the creative team thinks will put the asses in the seats. And usually those are two separate things. So that was my rant for the night. Aaron, do you have any thoughts?
Not. I mean, next week is another Raw, and hopefully, I'll probably jinx it. It's probably gonna be a terrible show because you're gone.
Yeah, exactly.
and I should have, I'll probably regret myself saying, oh, last week was a good show, and I just didn't realize it. Next week's a bad show. I don't know. I mean, it's just like I kind of think now, as a build up to Survivor Series, the Raws should get more interesting because Undertaker's gonna have to show up for at least once or two Raws. They gotta stop him showing up for one Raw, and that's the last Raw before the event. They gotta stop doing that. He's not freaking 70 years old. He can walk. He can talk. So they need to book him for at least two Raws for, before Survivor Series. And I feel that Survivor Series is relatively important this year because of the anniversary.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that whole event seems it's surrounded of his career. So hoping the next week's Raw and the weeks after that are good and get these ratings up. I mean,
because you don't have ratings, you don't have a show. You don't have a show, you got nothing.
Yeah.
You don't bring the ratings up, creative's going to think that something's the problem when it's not, and then we're going to start losing these solid wrestling matches. We're going to start losing the segments that actually mean something, and we're going to end up with a lot of gaga that we don't need.
Exactly.
And this is definitely not the time for that to happen.
Oh, no.
I mean, we're about ready to go into a new calendar year in a couple of months. I mean, you really have to put your A game on. The Royal Rumble is a big event. It starts the road to WrestleMania. They've got to build to it.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
I mean, you still have Survivor Series and TLC before we get to the Royal Rumble. I mean, it's a slow process, but it's something that's important.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, that's what I've got for the night. And Aaron, you weren't able to really watch Raw as much as you normally do. So I mean, you basically chimed in as much as you were able to tonight, and I appreciate your commentary as always.
Oh, you're very welcome. I guess I had more fun what I was doing while watching Raw instead of just being fully engaged into Raw, because I was fully engaged to planning a big event that's going to happen in less than 48 hours, as fair as that should be fair.
And while this was going on, I was actually on chat with Tyler and Ashley, making notes and multitasking like a mofo, like I do so well. And that's the reason why you have the Popcast the way you do. We bring different things, obviously, we do. And I think it works really well. And once again, we really appreciate you joining us tonight, whether it was live or an archive. We want to appreciate every single one of you fans out there for watching Pop and enjoying the Popcast, whether it's wrestling or horror nights or anything in between. We really appreciate you, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Aww.
Ashley, do you have anything to say before we sign off?
Check out Whole Indie Show and SNS Sticks and Flicks.
Yes, Ashley has two awesome shows on the SNS Radio Network. The Whole Indie Show is coming up later this week, and also Sticks and Flicks will be returning to full form very soon as well. Ashley, of course, is also available talking Academy Awards predictions with AJ and myself. At the beginning of next month, we'll be doing another one of those videos. You guys seem to love those, so we're definitely going to do another one. It's going to be a fun award season. I can tell already right now. If you'd like to get a hold of Ashley, you can email him at sticks@snsradionetwork.com, or you can send him a tweet at @AshIsMyNameUK. Aaron, on the other hand, he's a different story. He has a plethora of different social media networks you can reach him at. Reach him on Twitter at Mr. ENT92, Mr. Entertainment on Instagram. You also can check him out on Wrestling Amino, as well as other various things, including his website, worldofwinning.webs.com. He's also got Periscope, and
we've got to ask the almighty question.
Here we go.
Are you on Brazzers, Aaron?
No. No. Not on Ashley Madison, Brazzers, or any of that.
And I will say, I'm
I
never
wasn't
going
talking
on
about
Ashley
Ashley Madison.
Madison.
I wasn't talking about Ashley Madison.
Well, if that was one week, there's your answer.
I wasn't talking about Ashley. No, I wasn't talking about Ashley Madison.
Oh, I'm never
You
going
want to
on
be
Ashley
faithful,
Madison.
like every single fucker that's on that fucking thing.
But also, just
Browsers is just like porno.
it's like you marked out for it. But also, I would like to mention that earlier tonight I finalized plans to go to Halloween Horror Nights this Wednesday, October 28th, and I'll have social media coverage. So more of that info will come today on October 27th, and
Yay, porno!
and, and October 30th is the last night of the 8th annual Ocoee Haunted House, where you can see me as Twisty the Clown. Thank you to the 1,420 people that came on Saturday night. You guys are awesome, even though some of y'all are idiots and try to pull my mask off. But, it is what it is. I like scaring you guys. And admission only $5 still. It's cheap entertainment. Just come out. It's much cheaper than Horror Nights if you can't afford Horror Nights. That's why it's there. And plus, you guys support your local haunts anyways, regardless. So, and happy Halloween in advance, folks.
Support your local independent wrestling. Support your local haunts.
Local everything. Local music, local haunts, local wrestling, everything.
Yes, Acer mentioned something else that I neglected to mention, and that is the fact that Gaming with Ash is very obvious this week. We were talking about James Bond video games, a nice retrospective on that. It's currently available on Pop. And next week, Ashley has a video already sent to me, and he will be talking about some racing games. I will let you decide what that means.
Yay, porno!
And, of course, as always, you can tweet me at @SirOwenDisney if you want to email me if you are a theme park or wrestling podcast like me to be a part of your show, or if you want to ask me questions, or if you'd like to just chat with me outside of social media, you can shoot me an email, SirOwenDisney@gmail.com. You can also hit me up on our Facebook fan page, Sir Owen Disney Pop. Search for Sir Owen Disney Pop on Facebook. While you're there, it's Owen Disney if you want to hit me up on Facebook that way. And it's a really odd picture, but it's a really awesome picture from the Pop meetup on October 4th. Actually, October 1st was the meetup that we did for the picture. It is the awesome group that we had on October 1st with Bill and Ted. And that is my profile picture. And don't worry, there's going to be plenty of Bill and Ted pictures coming this coming week. Mark my words. So yet another reason to attend the Goodbye to Halloween Horror Nights 25 weekend with Pop. That's going to be this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So yes, Thursday night we're going to be pre-gaming at the Hard Rock Cafe. Friday we'll be at the NBC Sports Grill and Brew. And we're going to be back at the Hard Rock on Halloween. And that meetup time is 2 p.m., and we're going to do the houses, do the scare zones, do Bill and Ted, do the Carnage Returns, and yes, we're going to do a little Legendary Truth if it does return, which it sounds like it's going to.
Yeah.
So that's what we've got, and if you're able to go to Halloween Horror Nights this week, then look me up. I'll be wearing a wrestling shirt of some sort. Most likely Kevin Owens, possibly Wade Barrett, and possibly Bray Wyatt, depending on what day you catch me. So that's what we've got. I'll be at Universal, I'll be at Disney, and you can check me out at Disney on Monday. I'll be at Epcot and the Studios, Animal Kingdom, and Magic Kingdom. We're going to hit all 4 parks on Monday. And then Tuesday, I fly back here, and on Wednesday, we're going to watch some movies. Thursday night, Spectre and Peanuts. And Friday, AJ's Movie Reviews will be returning. Do not worry, AJ's Movie Reviews is not taking a break. We will have reviews of Knock Knock, Pay the Ghost, Infinitely Polar Bear, and Mr. Holmes on Friday. And we got a really awesome versus coming up on Sunday. Your cryptic comment is Serial Killer. So, yes, stay tuned for that. As always, you can...
Kellogg's Cornflakes.
As always, you can follow Acer, who is very true to our chat room, and hopefully we'll get him on here one day or another. You can follow him at Acer1337, yes in a row, on Twitter. Yes, he needs followers, and yes, he's really awesome to put over various podcasts, wrestling or non-wrestling related. And you also can check out my good friend Travis, the webmaster of the Pop website, which is going to be debuting very soon. And that's the Coaster Casters podcast and the Q, and that's under YouTube as well. So check that out. And last but certainly not least, check us out on moviepilot.com if you like subscription boxes and you're a fan of really cool, authentic T-shirts, brands such as Disney and video games and Marvel and DC Comics and different alcohol brands. You can check out the new company, tblocks.com, and it's $9.99 a month if you want to subscribe. You get an awesome shirt, you get a poster, you get a comic book, there's decals, there's stickers, and there's a really cool, awesome thing to it. They have a great logo, which you get a little gimmick from that as well, so you get to have a little bit of the actual logo. If you want to sign up for tblocks.com, you can use the promo code Suro and Disney for 15% off your order. And last but certainly not least, if you have an iPhone, an iPod, an iPad, or any sort of iTunes connected device, check out Pop's mobile app. It is under Suro and Disney. So that's what we've got, ladies and gentlemen, for tonight. Another Popcast in the books. Thank you very much for joining us, whether live or in archive. And as always, in a world where you could listen to a billion wrestling podcasts, we are pleased as punch that you chose a Popcast. Thank you to everyone involved watching live or in archive, and thank you for continuously spreading the wondrous word of Pop and the Popcaster revolution. A lot of really great things coming at you guys in 2016. Stick with us. We're going to have some fun. So that being said, Ashley, thank you for joining us in the wee hours of the morning.
Yeah, I need sleep. God
You're
damn it,
not the
Spectre.
only one.
God damn it, Spectre.
I got to get up and get ready to go out at 7:15 today.
Oh,
I can catch a flight at 11:05 this morning to fly to Orlando and be there by 1:30.
To quote a certain JBL. Oh!
Yes, I will be in Universal later today. So, yeah, I'll be joining the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast and their meetup. They're going to be doing a meetup at the kitchen at the Hard Rock Hotel, which is amazing. If you get a chance to stay there, please do. It's definitely worth it. And that's going to be really fun. We're going to be hitting up Men in Black, a lot of cool things. Tonight, I'm actually going to be at Disney Springs doing a little Planet Hollywood and Splitsville combo. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, goodbye Halloween Horror Nights 25. It's going to be a blasty blast, and you can check me out on Twitter if you want to follow along. A lot of content coming to the channel. We're going to get some Scare Zone footage that I don't have. And yes, I've got some other things up my sleeve, so stay tuned for that.
yes.
Once again, Aaron, thank you for joining us yet again for the, what is this now, the third time this week we've talked on a podcast?
I believe so, but even if we lost count, it's always fun. So thanks for having me again, and I will see you on Wednesday, sir, at Halloween Horror Nights 25.
Indeed you will, and I want to thank everyone for joining us. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and until tomorrow, boys and girls. Oh, wait a minute, before we go, I do want to wish everyone a happy Halloween as well, and I'd like to let you guys know, just reminding you real quick, that we are not doing a podcast next Monday. I will be in Disney on Monday, so Pop will return.
We forgot. Tickets are still available for Denver, Colorado next week.
Tickets are still available for Denver, Colorado for Monday Night Raw next week. That
Also,
I will not be seeing.
tickets are still available for WrestleMania 32.
Yeah. That's an interesting thing. The WrestleMania tickets are still available.
Who gives
Yeah, who knew that?
Yeah, exactly. November 9th is the next WWE Raw Popcast, and hopefully Vic will be able to join us. I know he's had a lot of things. I know there's a big deal going on with Halo right now. I totally get that. So hopefully Vic will join us. If not, we'll work it out. And
He's going to get a surprise if he does.
And by then, I will have 2K16, and who knows, maybe I'll tell you guys and girls out there about what I think about playing 2K16 on an old-gen console, because thank God it's available for PS3.
Well, I mean,
yeah,
you don't get the like career mode, and
you have to hijack 2 weeks.
Yeah, pretty much. And Ashley will be hijacking 2 weeks after that, apparently. That's what we have been told numerous times.
Well, no, not 2 weeks after that. Just in 2 weeks' time from now. Starting now, from this moment.
So it's the week after then.
Yeah, in 2 weeks.
All
2
right,
weeks
fair
time.
enough. And while you're at it, also go check out Up Up Down Down on YouTube. Phenomenal
Yeah,
stuff.
some exclusive stuff apparently on there.
Austin
regarding
Creed.
FIFA 16.
And
By
as always,
exclusive, we mean, oh shit, Bailey is in the DLC.
really?
Oh.
No, I'm working you. Although if that suddenly happens and somebody custom creates the character in the game,
It'll
you're
happen.
like, well, you fucked us over, 2K.
So as always, I want to thank everyone for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for supporting the channel. And everyone that has watched a video for 5 minutes, 5 hours, literally, we do appreciate that from the bottom of our hearts. A lot of great things coming for Pop in 2016. So stick along. Like I said, we're going to have a blast this year. Mark my words. And don't forget, 2015's not over yet. So we still have some great stuff still to come. So that being said, I want to thank you guys and girls out there for watching. Don't forget to always, always keep it tight. And until tomorrow, boys and girls, that's all we got to say about that.
Be
Although
excellent to each other.
for legal reasons, don't keep your corset too tight, otherwise you will die.